humans, and welcome back to my channel. And for those of you who are new, grab a snack, hit subscribe because we hang out every Monday and Friday. Alright, so today's video is going to be a very embarrassing video. I have contemplated for a very long time whether or not to do this video because it doesn't really show me in the best light. But since it's prom season, why not, right? Makes for good entertainment. Let this be a PSA for you guys of what not to do at prom. I'm gonna look at it as if I did this for you guys. I went to prom and fucked up for you guys, so you don't have to. I'm gonna regret this. Moving on. So, prom. I graduated in 2013. Yeah, so 3 years ago. So back then, I'm not sure if you got the impression, but I wasn't really all that popular. I know, right? Me not being popular? I mean, I thought everybody would like me, right? No. So I wasn't the most popular person in my school. However, everybody knew my name. And I mean, I guess you could equate that to my obvious popularity. Or you could apply that to the only girl in a wheelchair. So I'm gonna go with the latter. The reason why I wasn't the most popular person on campus, I know, that is such a big surprise, is because I was just really weird. And not like a cute kind of weird, like, I'm so weird, I'm so weird. No, like a, man, she's fucking weird kind of way. Anyways, because I wasn't the most popular person in high school, I wasn't invited to a lot of parties. In fact, fun story, a year after graduation, my graduating class had a reunion party that neither me nor my best friend were invited to. Didn't even know it was happening until it already happened and they posted photos. I mean, I'm sure my invitation to that party is somewhere in the mail, but I still haven't gotten it yet, so. It was a high school reunion party. I graduated with them. Anyways, I'm not bitter. So because I wasn't invited to many parties as a teenager, and because my mother was incredibly strict, I didn't have the opportunity to drink. My grade 12 year was the first time I ever drank something that was alcoholic. And I got myself into a little bit of a problem, which was prom night. So let's get into the juicy details. Okay, so I wasn't even sure if I wanted to go to prom when it was first announced. I didn't have a boyfriend, so I didn't have a date. I'm not really into formal stuff. I don't know what to do in that kind of situation. I feel very uncomfortable in those situations, but my best friend was gonna go, and so I was like, whatever, I'll just go with her. So we went dress shopping together. We did all that kind of fun stuff. In fact, she proposed to me in one of our media classes by opening MS Paint and using the paintbrush to paint prom. Insert Instagram photo here. That was the best promposal ever. Fuck all the other people who spend a lot of money on that. MS Paint works really well. I digress. So it was prom night, and most people go to prom in fancy limousines, and we showed up to prom in my mom's minivan, but it was pimpin' though. So we got up to the floor, and we had like assigned seating, and I'm just thinking, where the hell did the prom committee decide to sit us? Because really, like, they sit people in like friend groups, and Chelsea and I, my best friend, didn't really fit into any of those categories. Until this category. We were looking for our names on the thing, and we were sat at the table where they literally went, where the fuck do we put these people? We gotta put them somewhere. We'll just shove them at this table. They'll just sit over there. And yeah, you guys, I mean, you don't know each other at all, but we're just gonna put you in that table because I don't know what to do with you. I mean, all the other tables are full. Now, I don't want to hate on the prom committee because I actually really like the people who put it together. It's just really funny. And so prom commenced. They did the dances and the dinner and the slideshow, and everyone cried, and Chelsea and I were just sitting at the table thinking, when the fuck can we leave? Because after prom is where it's at. After prom is what you look forward to. At that time, my friend Chelsea was 19 years old, which in Ontario is the legal drinking age. And there just so happened to be a liquor store in the mall that this center thing was attached to. And it was open. The only problem was the security were very, very strict at not allowing people in and out because I guess they didn't want people bringing booze in and out, which I guess makes sense, but that didn't stop me, no, did it? So we had to come up with a plan with how we're gonna get past these security guards. And I'm thinking, oh, Chelsea, like, I don't think we're gonna be able to do it. There's no way, like, they're really strict. And then all of a sudden, she grabs the back of my wheelchair, runs directly past the security guards, screaming, she needs to be catheterized! I need to get her catheter! She can't do this by herself! And then we ran right into the elevator. The elevator doors closed, and I look at her like, catheter? That's what you had to go with? I'm not even catheterized. What? She's like, well, I mean, we made it. And we did make it. So we get down to the mall, we go into the liquor store, and I'm looking at all of these different types of alcohol. And again, I've never drank before, so I don't know what any of these bottles mean. I don't know what they taste like, I don't know what they do to you. And I look at Chelsea and I'm like, who by the way has drank before, so she wasn't a complete idiot. She looks down at the gin and goes, yeah, let's have some gin. Okay, whatever. I don't know what that is. So we pay for it and we head on back upstairs to the prom. In the meantime though, we were thinking, how the fuck are we gonna sneak in this, like, it's a Mickey of gin, but mama got you covered. Because where the back of my wheelchair seat and the cushion, so this is the back of the seat, this is the cushion, where they meet in the middle has like a little piece of fabric, and the cushion doesn't go all the way back, so I can put shit behind my back and not have it fall out. So that's exactly what I did. I put it right behind me and I sat on it. Cause you know, they're not gonna ask a girl in a wheelchair to stand up, and they didn't. So we got to the prom, everyone again was dancing, crying, all that kind of stuff. Chelsea and I couldn't relate because we were in literally none of the photos that they were showing. Mostly because we didn't really join any clubs or anything, so that's probably why. So we went to the bathroom and took shots of gin. The first time that I ever took a shot of gin, I almost puked. It was probably the most, and to this day, the most disgusting alcohol I have ever ingested in my entire life. It was awful. So after that, prom ended and we were off to after prom, which I was really excited for because it was a bunch of high schools that were having their prom at that time, all in this one chalet, and they had like a DJ and they had like confetti and lights and like these boxes that people were dancing on. It was pretty cool and not what I was used to at all. So my mom picked me up in her minivan, and Chelsea and I don't want her to know that we have been drinking. We kind of just like any drunk person trying to act sober, go in the car and just put on this little smile and try to engage in conversation. I don't know if she knew that I was drunk. I don't think she did though. But then again, I have no idea I was drunk. So we show up to the after prom, and this is where things get a little fucking weird. My God. So the chalet was in Quebec, and in Quebec, the legal drinking age is 18. I was 18. Most people in my graduating class were 18 as well. So we were all about to party. We were all about to drink. And again, my first time. We get there early, and we see that they have these lineups set up, and we see people get like searched. They're looking at like every like little piece of fabric that you have on your body. They're looking through all your bags, looking through everything, and I'm thinking, fuck. How are we gonna get this gin in there? And so we decided to take it out of my backpack and again, put it behind me like we did before. And we thought we were good. So we get up to the security check-in, and the woman looks at my ID, good to go, and she starts looking through my purse. I'm thinking, I got nothing in there, you got nothing to worry about. And then she starts looking underneath my legs. She starts putting them underneath my thighs and starts like going up towards my ass where I'm sitting on the booze. At that moment I was like, fuck, we're gonna get kicked out, this is it, this is done. She's gonna find it, it's gonna be game over. But just as she got up close to it, she moved her hands back and she was done. And I was thinking, how did I do that? Okay. We got away with that because I didn't know what security guards do when you sneak booze in. I thought, like, I don't know, you got arrested for like bringing booze in, or I don't even know. I was 18 and naive. Also, I want to note, I had a backpack on the back of my wheelchair and she didn't even look through it. She looked through my purse, she looked under my fucking legs, but she didn't look at the backpack that was behind me. Anyways, so we get to after prom and people are dancing, they're really drunk, and it's an environment that I am not accustomed to. People are like grinding on each other, and there's music that I've never heard of before, and it's loud, and people are bumping into each other, and I can't get through the crowd because I'm in a wheelchair and nobody fucking looks down to look at me. So we decide, okay, we need to get drunk because that's the only way we're gonna be able to tolerate this night. So Chelsea introduced Jaeger bombs to me. She gave it to me and she's like, it tastes like cotton candy, it's great. And so I was like, fuck yeah, finally a booze that doesn't make me want to puke. So that's what I decided to drink for that night. That and tequila. So if you've had the chance to meet tequila, I'm sure she's ruined your night at least once. So I'm at the bar ordering a drink, and I see this guy who I was really good friends with back in grade 9, but we haven't really talked since then. And so he comes up to me and we talk, we're having a good time, we're reminiscing about some things, and then he pulls out a $100 bill and goes, let me buy you some drinks. What? $100? I mean, okay, whatever. And so he pretty much buys me, I don't know how many drinks he bought me, but it was a lot of tequila shots. That's what I know. I specifically remember lining up the shots and just chugging them back. Again, my first time drinking tequila. So after I did all those shots, me and that guy were still talking. And then out of fucking nowhere, he leans in and then he kisses me. This guy has a girlfriend who is at this prom. She's the one who invited him. And let me make myself clear. It wasn't like I didn't know that he wanted to kiss me. No, it was literally I had no idea. It was completely out of nowhere. I was like mid-sentence and then just right on the lips. Chelsea, however, was right behind me, saw that happening, and I shit you not, goes up really close to us and goes, oh no, Sarah, this is a bad idea. Oh, this is such a bad thing. Oh my God. Chelsea has a reputation for being a little bit over dramatic, but I thought it was really funny. I don't really know what happened after that. I think he just left, but they broke up like that night, so I don't know if it had anything to do with that. I fucking hope not. But that happened. So throughout the night, I just started drinking more and more and more. And it was because I didn't feel it right away. And because it was my first time drinking, I thought, hey, you should feel it by now, right? And this is the mistake that a lot of people make. So it was the end of the night and the shuttle bus was getting ready to leave. So we were waiting in line by the door to head onto the bus. So we get onto the bus and this is where my memory fades. Getting on the bus is like the last bit of my memory from that night. It was a school bus. The bus driver didn't know what to do with my wheelchair. And so I was trying to explain to him that you can just put it on like one of the seats. It fits perfectly in one of the seats. That's what I've always done as a kid. So I sit down right at the very front, right beside where I am thinking my wheelchair is gonna go. So then someone sits in the spot where I thought my wheelchair was gonna go. But it wasn't just any old person. It was my ex-boyfriend and his girlfriend. I think it was his girlfriend. I think his girlfriend was with him. Ugh. This is probably one of the most embarrassing parts of the night, was this part right here. It was my ex-boyfriend and his girlfriend sitting in the seat right next to me where I thought my wheelchair was gonna go. Now, we didn't date for like a couple months. We dated from grade 9 to grade 11. So we were together for a very long time. We didn't have a bad breakup or anything. We didn't really talk very much anymore, but like neither of us hated each other and it wasn't really that awkward. And I liked his girlfriend, so it was fine. But where the problem lied was that they were sitting in the spot where I thought my wheelchair was supposed to go. Instead of just asking them politely to like move, I'm pretty sure, now I don't know this as a fact, but I'm pretty sure I yelled at him. My drunk self was yelling, You can't sit there! My wheelchair is supposed to go there! You can't sit there! You gotta get up! What are you doing? You can't sit there! And they didn't end up putting my wheelchair there at the end of the day. They put it like on the stairs, which was really fucking dangerous, but that's what they did. And so they could have just sat there. That was so embarrassing. I haven't talked to him since, so that's kind of my last impression, so there you go. Anyway, so the next bit of the story is going to be from what Chelsea told me because I completely blacked out. I don't remember any of it, really. So the bus stops at a mall that was like down the street from our high school. Now, I don't live in that part of town anymore because I moved out to a different part of town. And so I was gonna spend the night at Chelsea's house because she lived down the street. Now, I don't remember getting off the bus, but apparently I did. I don't know if I spoke to anyone, but I probably did. So then Chelsea goes behind me and starts pushing me because I'm way too drunk to be pushing myself. But here's the problem. Whenever she like started to move my wheelchair, I would fucking fall out of it. I would just like faceplant into the cement. Like, this didn't happen just like 1 or 2 times. This constantly happened every time she was trying to push me. And so we didn't get very far. All I remember about that part is literally just seeing the cement right before it hits me in the head. And so she'd have to like bring me back up onto my chair and she's like, Sarah, you gotta sit up. you can't be falling, just like sit still, we're almost there. But yeah, no, I couldn't stop falling out of my wheelchair. So we stopped at a corner store, and so she brings me in there. The guy who works there thinks that I'm dying. He thinks I'm fucking dead. Chelsea wanted to call my mom, but both of our phones were dead. So she had to use the phone in the convenience store. Now she wanted to call my mom and have her come pick me up before someone called the ambulance, because she didn't want to deal with that, and I certainly didn't want to deal with that. And so she didn't know my mom's phone number, so she gets the phone and she asks me, Sarah, what's your mom's phone number? Apparently I didn't say anything, I just mumbled. And then she asked again, Sarah, what's your mom's phone number? And then I give it to her. And she looks at me and she goes, that better fucking be her number, Sarah. And it ended up being her number. Drunk Sarah still remembers my mom's cell phone number. Now fast forward to graduation day. It was only like a couple days after. So prom night and after prom were still fresh in our minds. We're all in our caps and gowns. We're ready to like walk across the stage and receive our diploma. We worked so fucking hard to get. We were in like alphabetical order, but because there's like stairs or whatever, they wanted me to be in the front, off to the side. Just, I don't know, that's just how they wanted to do it. And so I wasn't in line. I was at the very front, off to the side, beside the line. And so I'm waiting there. We're all waiting for the queue to go. And I can hear some people like whispering. And so like I look over and they're looking at me. One of the guys is like, you feeling okay, Sarah? And I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling fine. And they're like, oh, after prom was a pretty crazy night now, wasn't it? Yeah, I was really drunk. Yeah, you puked on the bus. What, I puked on the bus? What? And then the teacher comes and is like, okay guys, come on in. Let's get seated, everybody, let's go. And so I'm still processing the fact that I just puked on the bus. I didn't know about that. Chelsea never told me about that. And so I'm getting wheeled into the ceremony, kind of like frazzled, like, I need answers. I need some more explanation. Yeah, that was it. I didn't get any explanation. Apparently they were sitting behind me. I don't remember that at all. And this was the first time that I was like really drinking, and I didn't really get the concept of blacking out until that day. Okay. I don't know how to end this. This is really awkward. I never thought that I was gonna share this, but here I am. That's it for today, guys. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with your friends. Question of the day, I would like to know your prom experience. If you went to prom, if you went to after prom, if you didn't go, why didn't you go? And if you haven't gone yet, what are your expectations and are you looking forward to it? Don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! And from out of nowhere, I see in my peripherals this woman with her stroller and her child just